Hello truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing our career mode in the International Lonestar. Painted in international orange. I really like the color. I think it's kind of cool. We are currently transporting a heavy bulldozer from Astoria to the DALLES. It is a very heavy load. I did get the warning that it is a heavy haul contract, but ideally we have the weight or we have the power in this engine to get us up the hills and anything else that we may encounter along the way. So I don't need a turn signal here, but I'm using it just so I can have the view of my trailer as we're coming around here. Hopefully we don't hit the thing there. Yeah, we're gonna have to scrape a little bit because they oriented this in a way that did not provide me with the room that I needed to get around here. So hopefully we can clear this. Okay, seems like we got ourselves around. Let's try to curve this as close over to here as we can, so that hopefully we can get around and out of here. Excuse me, and then get on the road. So it looks like we need to take a left out of here, so that's a good thing. I'm actually going to go ahead and just swing this way since we can kind of. What did I hit? Oh, let's get out and look. What did I hit? Did I hit? No, what did I hit? I don't understand. I'm confused. What's going on here? Okay, it must be just some weird rendering thing where the hitbox for whatever it was that I was running into wasn't exactly where it says it was going, where it said it was going to be. Okay, again, I'm gonna have to kind of look outside because my view does not allow me to see. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anybody coming, so let's get on the road here, and hopefully we can stop with this delay, with these delays. Okay, sweet. All right, we're back. We're actually on the road now, so we can get started on this little journey. Let's hurry up and beat this bus over here, so we don't have to wait for him. Oh, are they taking us back on that dirt road that we went on last time? Oh man. We got to take this along that dirt road. Now I'm a little bit nervous because we're going off-roading again, and this time the load is much heavier. Well, hopefully we don't get bogged down in the dirt. I'm definitely going to stay kind of here in the middle, though. Try to keep my speed up as best I can so that we can hopefully not have the weight pull us down. I mean, it's 90,000 pounds, which is a lot, but I don't know that it's that much, right? I'm worried about the dirt because the dirt's not going to give me a lot of traction. We just need to hurry up and get past this part, and hopefully it's not going to be an issue. We seem to be getting through it okay. We're accelerating, and we are going up a hill a little bit. There's a slight incline, so not really trying to get into any discussion about random topics until we get through this because I want to stay focused. I was not expecting to have to come back through this dirt track here with a very heavy load, but it is what it is. We'll make it work. So, left turn up here. Bit of a right turn. Left turn. Yeah, look at all the dirt. Look at all the dirt getting kicked up into our load over there in the mirror. Okay. Probably going too fast for conditions here, but I don't want to get stuck. Slow down a little bit. I think it's cool that we get to see the tree thing over here harvesting and doing stuff. Okay, so looks like we made it out of the little logging yard here. That's good. Should be getting up to the road here pretty soon. Check our mirror. Doesn't seem like there's anybody coming, so I think we're good to go. All right. So at the end of this, we'll get back onto pavement here. I'll feel a little bit better because we won't be rocking around and losing traction and all of that stuff. Make sure we take a reasonably wide turn. All right, so we made it back to flat pavement. That's good. I am going to drive in oncoming traffic for a second just because I want the extra room when I make my turn over here. So we'll start slowing down a little bit. Well, I don't want my turn signal on quite yet. Look off to the right and make our turn. Should be plenty of room since we were kind of positioned over to the left anyways. And all right, so we have 2 hours and 30 minutes of in-game time to get this load. That's the estimated time for how long it's supposed to take us. That's not how long we have to get it done. But 2 hours and 30 minutes of in-game time should translate into 15-ish minutes. So, you know, should be a decently length episode today. Let's go ahead and get on the off-ramp here and onto the freeway while I try to think of something that we can talk about as we enjoy our, you know, relatively short ride compared to some of the stuff we've been doing recently. 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours compared to, say, the 3.5 to 4 hour rides that we've been doing. You know, all in-game time. It doesn't. If you're new here, it doesn't actually take us 2.5 hours to do this video. I'm sure you kind of gathered that from the play time that showed up on the video. But you know, it gets kind of confusing for people who don't understand that the distances in this game have been adjusted to make it so that you don't actually have to take as long as it would really take. But they still put realistic times and realistic time advancement as you're driving through, so that, you know, it actually would take 3.5 hours in the game, and they advance 3.5 hours of time in the game, but you're not gonna have to sit there for 3.5 hours while you play that. That would be a little bit too realistic for most people. Most of us want to get the experience, the fun part of the experience, and not necessarily the boring, ridiculous part. Let's get our cruise control set up here for 35, so that way I don't have to maintain that. And then, yeah, so nice, easy drive as we continue through the town of Longview. I saw a banner pop up. I'm guessing it told us that Longview was there, that this was Longview, that we had discovered it. I wasn't really looking at it because I was too busy trying to get my cruise control set up. But it's all good, and we're all driving now, and should be mostly automatic pilot as we go through this. Let me make sure I'm in the correct lane, because we want to make sure that we're off to the right, especially with this heavy load, because we're going to be driving slow up some hills here coming up pretty soon. All right, so we got to stop for the stoplight here. Okay, a little bit of a harder stop than I wanted, but I forgot that I was carrying all this extra weight behind me, and the standard way I brake was not enough, and I realized it too late. So we kind of had to have an abrupt little stop there. Not that big of a deal, but you know, not exactly the smoothest of braking there. So hopefully we can get on the freeway here pretty soon and not have to worry about stopping. We can get the cruise control nice and set and just enjoy a nice leisurely drive out to the DALLES. I think it was called the DALLES, or I don't even know how you pronounce it. Okay, I'm nervous about taking the right here because a lot of times, okay, why am I getting a red light violation? We can turn right on red here, my friends. We can turn right on red here. That is not illegal. And I don't understand why. They really need to adjust the trigger zones for... Oh, I was not paying attention to my trailer. Okay, I think we made it. They really need to adjust the trigger zones for that to be on the other half of the intersection. They really need to do that. I understand for Euro Truck Simulator, it's not legal anywhere to turn on red, but in America, we are allowed to do that. So, I don't understand why the game keeps penalizing me for that. Cross this little bridge here, and it looks like we're getting on the 5 going south, I think. Yeah, the 5 south. So, you know, we're up in the Oregon area. I kind of want to get up into Washington, though, and then start heading towards the east and start getting into, like, Idaho and some of these other places. It'd be nice to get that going. But let's get our cruise control set up here for 60 miles an hour. And then I'm guessing, do we need... Oh, yeah, I think we need to stay here because this is going to take us off to the left. We're definitely not staying on the 5. We're trying to go east towards the DALLES. The DALLES? The DALLES? I don't know how you say it. I don't know what the pronunciation is. Let me know in the comments how you pronounce that term if you know it, if you know for sure. Like, especially if you're from Oregon or preferably from that area. Let me know what the correct pronunciation is for DLLES. I can't imagine that it is a Spanish pronunciation because it's Oregon. So, I don't know. I'm guessing it's the DALLES, but I don't know. I don't live there. I've never lived there. Have no intention of living there. So you guys are just gonna have to let me know. So I think we're going to be on this road for a while. Let me go ahead and get over into the main right lane here, and we can continue on our way towards our destination. Am I going to get the Vancouver discovered, or do I have to, or did I need to exit there to get that? I'm really hoping it's going to give me Vancouver discovered. There we go. All right. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Some towns will not let you discover them from the freeway for some reason. I'm not really sure why it works that way, but it does. It does work that way sometimes. Looks like it's getting dark. 8:33. I was trying to find a clock in my truck. It's 8:33, so a decent portion of this is going to be in the dark, so hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. But I need to get over here. Fortunately, with this particular load, because it is an articulated trailer, we shouldn't have to back in and add that extra time of backing, so we'll be able to just pull straight into a spot and be done with it. The 205 south. Interesting. So we need to stay in this right lane, I'm pretty sure, because we want to swing around to the right here. Oh, we wouldn't have had a choice anyway. Would not have let us go down that road, which is good. I didn't have to make a mistake and waste a bunch of time. So I'm not sure what the speed through this turn is supposed to be, but it seems like we picked a good one. Said the right lane ends, so we'll just hang out here, climb up the hill. Doesn't seem like we're struggling very much with this load, so I did upgrade my Oh, well, we're going to need to sleep after this. I did upgrade my engine to the strongest one available to me right now. So I think that has something to do with the fact that we're not really struggling that bad. I was a little worried about it, but the little graphs that showed up didn't seem to indicate any problems, although I'm not really sure how to use that. I'm guessing as long as I'm not getting some kind of highlight on one of the items that it's probably fine, but it didn't say for sure, and I never remember to go look it up after these episodes so I can know. We definitely need to get over here. Sorry, guy. I need to get over. This lane is ending, and I don't want to get stuck having to get off. All right, here we go. Oh, we're down to about an hour and 13 minutes of in-game time, so that's probably another 5 minutes or so. The problem is that you can't perfectly estimate how long things are going to take in the game because the distance compression changes based off of where you are. Miles go much faster in between towns, and then they slow down to something a little bit, or they widen out to a little bit more realistic when you're in actual areas that they've designed and rendered. So, you know, whereas a mile of actual in-game driving might comprise, say, 2 or 3 or 4 miles while you're in the city, a mile of in-game driving in between cities might be 20 or 30 miles of actual distance as it would be in the real world. So, you know, the amount of you'll watch as the estimated time slowly changes. Do I not have? I could have swore I had my windshield wipers. Oh! I was busy screwing around with that and lost track of my speed there. I'm trying to turn my windshield wipers on, but the key that's supposed to do that is not working. So I apologize for having to do control-related things while we're driving, but I kind of need this to work. Where are my windshield wipers? How did that get changed? Okay. I'm not sure why that's not... Okay, I don't know. But ideally now we can turn our windshield wipers on, right? There we go. Alright, got ourselves a nice little storm brewing here. Not exactly the best, but we'll make it work. I am running the Brutal Weather mod. I don't remember who made it, but seems to be pretty good. The rain looks pretty nice, and the storms and all that stuff are pretty cool, so ideally we're going to have some really nice experiences as we continue our career mode here in the Lonestar. I really like this truck. It's kind of a nice hybrid between the more modern versions of trucks nowadays and the traditional long nose versions that we all know and that we all love to look at. I mean, there's obviously something about the classic trucks that just speaks to us in a way that the modern trucks just don't. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I do. There's something about the big boxy shape of the long nose trucks that's just appealing for some reason. But this truck kind of captures it. The only thing I don't like about it though is that it does sort of remind me of like a PT Cruiser, and that's not a very attractive looking car. I'm sorry, I was never able to get into the PT Cruiser. It was just not something that I was at all interested in. I never saw the appeal of it. As I drift into another lane, trying not to do stuff like that, but it gets hard sometimes. Oh. Well, I didn't get a notice telling me I had to stop. I think I just got fined for not... Yep, that... Okay. Oh, we're sliding. Okay, that's new. I guess the weather is actually affecting us. I'm too busy talking, I didn't realize that there was a way station there and I was supposed to stop. So, that's unfortunate. So... a significant portion of the money that we were supposed to make for this is now gone. Okay, what's going on here? I can barely see in front of me. Where are my bright lights? Are they not working? Sorry, yet again I'm having to kind of stop to fix this because it got super dark and my lights just aren't appearing to work correctly. So high beam lights, I want that to be K. And then my light modes are L. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay. And then can I turn high beams? I mean, I can't see anything. Need to turn my automatic headlights off. Yeah, this is undrivable if it's going to be like this. I don't know. Automatic high beams off. Okay. I mean, that's giving me a little bit more of a view, but just to the side. It's not letting me see anything in front of me. Like, I understand storms and stuff limiting your visibility, but this is just rain. It's not... I still need to be able to see, guys. This is ridiculous. I don't know if this is a problem with mods conflicting with each other, or... I mean, is this something that actually happens in the game that you guys have seen in the default non-modded version, or... I don't know. Because this is relatively undrivable. And I can see a little bit better than I could with the bright beams off, but... This is definitely very difficult. Cool to see the lightning off in the distance, though. Okay, I can kind of start seeing a little bit more in front of me now, so that's good. Hopefully, once we get into this city area, it will be lit up a little bit more, and we'll actually be able to see what we're doing. I don't want to crash into anybody, and I can't see but, what, 2 or 3 car lengths in front of me. So this is a little bit unnerving. But we do need to get off the freeway here. Get ourselves stopped up here, take our right, and then, yeah. Sorry, I know I'm just narrating what I'm doing, but I'm really struggling with that. I have a feeling we're probably going to get penalized for driving too long. I'm hoping we can get this load dropped off and get to a sleeping area before that happens, but I don't think we have enough time. Okay. Supposedly 5 minutes of in-game time left, so left. Make sure we're not going to hit anything. Then we just got to get around the block here and drop this off. I'm expecting to hear that cha-ching pretty soon, though, because I'm pretty sure we're going to go over our hours, because I wasn't paying attention before I took this. I keep forgetting to check that before I take loads. Then we end up going over our time and losing a significant chunk of money because we drove too long. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so this is a dead end, but we should be able to just pull straight in. Alright, we don't really need the bright lights anymore. So, we pull into here. I'm guessing there's going to be a straight place where we pull this in. Where do they want it? Alright, so they want it over here. Try to swing out as wide as I can to get the trailer lined up as best as I can. But to be perfectly honest with you, if it doesn't line up well enough as we pull in through here, I'm just gonna tell the system to just park it for me, because there's no real way to fix this. So yeah, we're just gonna have to do that. All right. Well, anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun watching me drive in this crazy rain. Be sure to come back for the next video so that you can find out what happens. Click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows you had fun and sends the video out to more viewers. So we can have as many people along for these rides as we can. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you will be able to watch as soon as it becomes available. Don't hit that. And then, so channel members do get early access to my videos as soon as they're uploaded. So be sure to click that join button just below your viewing screen so that you can check out the list of perks that will become available to you based on the tier that you choose and decide if that is right for you. Again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys had lots of fun, and I'll see you for the next one.